Hey, this is Terry, and you're listening to episode 244.
Welcome to TerryWilson3.com.
Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Get ready to discover, develop, and monetize your skills and talents with Terry Wilson.
Thank you, Christopher B. This is Terry Wilson, and you are listening to my podcast here at TerryWilson3.com. I have a special show for you today. Just got off the phone and had a long conversation with a longtime member at TerryWilson3.com, and she is starting to launch her podcast in the coming weeks, and I want to give a special shout out to Josie. But she has been taking marketing training, coaching, mentoring from us for a long time, and just she used to co-host with me here on this podcast, and just a delightful person, a lot of insight, a lot of wisdom, a lot of stories, going to be able to do a good job. And so today's show is talking about finding purpose and developing a brand with podcasting. I'm telling you, podcasting and blogging are two of the things that I think every entrepreneur should be trying to engage in at some level. Doesn't mean you have to be doing it full time, doesn't mean you need to be doing it all the time. But the more you put your content, your brand, your information, who you are, what you're about, your story, your experiences, the more you put that out there, the more you're going to find your audience. The more you find your audience, the more you're going to be able to find people that find value in what you do, what you sell, and you're going to be able to grow your business. Point blank, full stop in the story. So if you want to have a sustainable business in today's world, it's online. It doesn't matter if you're a brick and mortar or not. You've got to have something out there that's constantly putting value in front of people, which is also putting your brand out in front of people, which is reminding them of who you are, what you're about, and when it comes time to buy that product, good, or service that you offer, who else are they going to go to? So podcasting is so important. Blogging is so important. Get involved, and that's what we offer at TerryWilson3.com. That's just one of the tools that our elite members have at TerryWilson3.com. But before we get into the show and I play you the conversation that I had with Josie, let me shout out to a couple of the sponsors of the show. Booking has sponsored our show now for the last 3 months. If you want to save up to 40% off on your next hotel, your next rental car rental, your next flight, then go to TerryWilson3.com/booking. That's TerryWilson3.com/booking. They're going to save you a ton of money over there just for using our link there and giving a special shout out to them. Also, if you want a free audiobook, you've heard me say it many times, and I believe it. I'm telling you, if you ever want to go to the next level, you have to grow to the next level. And the way you do that is surrounding yourself with good content, good information that's going to take you, inspire you, inform you on the things that you need to have, the assets that you need to pour on the inside of you so that you can bring value to your marketplace, your business, your world. Go to TerryWilson3.com/free book and get a free 30-day trial of free audiobooks, and get one free audiobook for free just by going to TerryWilson3.com/free book. And finally, health insurance is not just a political football, but it's a financial tool to protect your assets. So listen, if you're an entrepreneur out there and the ACA plans are way too expensive, but you make too much to get any type of subsidies, then go to TerryWilson3.com/health. That's TerryWilson3.com/health. You can get a health insurance plan for as low as $89 per month with no deductible. So go over, put in, you don't have to talk to anyone, you don't have to call anybody, just put in some basic information. I want health insurance, this is my zip code. It's a 3-step process at TerryWilson3.com/health. You can get your quote, your card, everything in the same day and have coverage starting today by going to TerryWilson3.com/health. So now I want to give you our episode on Stuck on Stupid. I am amazed how many times that we get a similar email that we got like today. Now listen, I don't always like to beat up on negative Nancy's and stuff like that, but I want people to understand, financial issues, financial problems with making the day-to-day expenses. sometimes it's by happenstance and circumstance in life, but a lot of times it's by just people being so stupid. If you have the wrong attitude, you will not go to the right altitude. You've got to have a positive mind. You've got to have somewhere whereabouts with you that you don't go around in life thinking that the world owes you everything. The attitude of entitlement will keep you so stupid. And we got an email from a guy just over the night saying, hey, I joined your affiliate program for free and I would like to book some training. When can I get training? And says, well, training comes through video training with our free side. To get one-on-one training and mentor, you have to become a paid member. That's the only way that you can get the one-on-one training. And then he sends this long diatribe of why we need to be giving people, one-on-one training and not charging and blah, blah, blah. And the point of the matter is, I understand he wants training, but here's the thing. If you're not willing to invest in yourself, why would you expect anyone else to invest in you? The fact of the matter is you joined a program that didn't cost you anything. You've gotten video content and training that didn't cost you anything, and you got software that didn't cost you anything. What more do you want? You're wanting people to take time out of away from paying customers to come talk to you. Now, he wasn't directing it actually toward me. He was directing it toward one of my members who he had joined, one of our coaches that he had joined and got the free package that we provide our coaches to give to their clients so that they can at least get started. But the way they get started is taking the very training that we give them, the tools that we give them, and being a little proactive. This is not a clock in, physically and mentally clock out type of work. You have to be willing to do a little problem solving, do a little things on yourself. You can't be spoon fed as an entrepreneur. It just don't happen that way. And if you want the extra support, that's what you have to pay for. So don't get so stupid. Remember, it's a life lesson. People won't invest in you until you invest in you. Okay? So I appreciate that you've joined as a sales affiliate. We want you as a sales affiliate. But the way that you're trained, it's right there. Just take the video training. It's there. Act on what it tells you to do. I'm telling you, we have affiliates that are making quite a bit of money, joined us, didn't cost them anything, and they got started. All they had to do is take some basic directions and get going. Okay, so don't stay in the area. And I'm not going to play the jingle again. I'll wear that thing out. I think it's so hilarious. And now for our marketing minute. Marketing minute. Now, most of the time on our marketing minute, I bring up some sort of software that I get, affiliate commission for, something like this. But today, I get nothing by promoting them, and that just speaks to even higher volumes of what I think about this company. I use Canva.com for all of my graphics. Everything you see at TerryWilson3.com was produced and made by Canva, Canva.com. If you want to market online, the best way you can do that is through good graphics. In Canva, you can start for free. Now, they've got a pay side that you're going to really want to use later on to do PNG files that are transparent and stuff like that if you want to get that high tech into graphic design. But just basic banner and graphics and ad copy and stuff like that, use Canva. It is a wonderful tool. I have used them for years, and you will love them too. Marketing. And now I want to play today's conversation I had with Josie. I think you're going to find tremendous value out of this because we get into talking about finding your purpose and developing a brand. And really, here's the little secret. Your brand is what brings your business its value. It's not anything else. It's not the actual product you're selling. It's not, the price point of that product. It's the brand. And what is the brand? You. The way you present it, your personality, that is actually the value that you bring to the market. It's not the actual product that you're bringing. So I think you'll enjoy this conversation. Check it out.
Oh, my God. You're right. Terry, you are quick-witted. You have quick-witted humor. I wish I had that.
That's about the only thing in my body is quick. My daughter, she's on this social media stuff, Snapchat and all that, and which drives me crazy because she'll take pictures and photos and send it out to hundreds of people without my knowledge, and it's gone. I can't. And last weekend we were laying floors, in the basement. We bought a new house last year, but the basement was unfinished, so I wanted to put floors down. And so I'm down there in this big old, I'm slightly overweight. So I'm bent over, hunched over.
It's okay.
Trying to put these floors down, and my knees are aching, my back's aching. So finally, at the end of the day, we're out in the backyard playing, and we got a little fire pit back there that we circle around in the evening.
Beautiful.
Well, a gust of wind just came up and just started blowing. And a little fire became a huge fire. I mean, in a matter of seconds.
Oh, my goodness.
And so I get up. I said, I'm going to go get the garden hose. And so I get up and I take off running. Well, my body decided, you're not going to run that fast. And everyone thought it was just so funny that the house is about to catch on fire. And I'm walking like a snail. So she's videotaping this. So if you saw that video, you wouldn't accuse me of being quick on anything.
Oh my gosh,
because it is kind of ridiculous. Golly, it's like if you can imagine Chris Farley drunk trying to walk backwards towards something. It's ridiculous.
Wow, Terry. Look, man, you're a mess. Oh, that is hilarious.
I know how to make one, that's for sure.
Wow, that is hilarious.
So anyway, you're getting ready to podcast.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Finally. Yeah, I'm excited. It's been a long time coming. And I thought that might be a good thing we could talk about.
Okay.
Overcoming obstacles, even if they offset your time or your goals, however you want to put it.
Yeah.
Because really, Terry, I intended to start this, but almost 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
You know, we started together in 2015.
Wow. What time flies when you're having fun, right?
Okay. I mean, I'm thinking, wow, this is amazing. And it's been such a blessing the times when I've been out of the different training calls and have seen how you've just grown your business. And while I'm over here doing what I'm doing and thinking, it's just moving. And I'm so ecstatically happy for you and everything. But, on the flip side, I was thinking, you know what, see there? Those are the kind of people that you want for a mentor. Because it's been proven, when you think to do something or desiring or dreaming or aspiring or however you want to put it, to do something or become something, you find someone that's doing it and learn from them, mimic what they're doing, study what they're doing. So actually, what have I been doing?
Well, I mean, it's in due season. You can't beat yourself up. But
right.
It tells me you're supposed to do it just because that desire has still been there. It hasn't gone away. It hasn't dissipated, which means you weren't wanting to do this just because of some sort of hype or some sort of emotional thrill. Because emotion and hype dissipates over time. But true sense of purpose and true sense of meaning, it stays there in the low times, the high times. No matter how you feel, you're still saying, I want to do this. So that tells me, you definitely should be something you should be pursuing. So it's pretty cool that you're doing that.
And baby steps, that's something that I'm really proud of and I'm thankful for, because even though I didn't know certain things, I would ask questions and you guys would send me the answers, and many times I wouldn't even get back to my email, but I was still diligent about getting those answers, and thinking, man, I have got to get this done. So here we are in the month of May. Ironically, it's my birthday month.
Oh, cool.
Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday, Josie.
Yeah. Thank you. And so it's kind of like a double birthing, if that makes sense. Of course, I was birthed, almost 47 years ago now. But this is like a new birthing for me.
That's awesome. So
I'm excited about that. The anticipation, many people, even on Facebook, when I made the announcement, to say, congratulations, Josie, I'm so happy for you. And one lady called me and said, I've been telling you for years that your voice needs get out, need voice out there. There's something about not just what comes out of you, as in the revelation and the understanding and the different things that you say or you teach. He said, but there's something about your actual voice. Right. It's amazing how people appreciate things about us.
Amen.
That we think, oh, wow. Because in my mind, here I am, this borderline petite / average size lady. Used to be in my younger years, but anyway.
Oh, hush.
With this deep voice. I have a deep voice. It's amazing how I call people, or I'm calling up someone about setting up an appointment or whatever, and they're saying, yes, sir. And I'm like, ma'am, hang on, to make a point. And the point is, it's amazing how when we do what we feel we're supposed to do and what we feel we were called to do, someone appreciates it. Oftentimes allow ourselves to be stopped by what we call our inadequacies, right, and our inabilities to do things, our unpreparedness, our lack of resources. We make all kinds of excuses, and that's what it is, Terry. We make excuses about the potential of being great because of fears. Right. What if this? What if that? What if this doesn't happen? What if that doesn't happen? And we allow that to stop us by our own choosing. And I don't want to look back, not even months, let alone years, thinking, what if I had did this then? Right. What changes could have been made? What difference could have been made? What impact could I have made? And I've delayed. And I don't know if you're recording this or not, but since we're out there, oh, wow. Well, since we're out there, I just urge the listeners, go out and pursue that thing that scares you, but won't go away. Right. For me, I love talking. Everybody that knows me knows I love to talk. It's fun to hear and make people laugh. But when it came down to the responsibility of carrying the Triple T Josie Gray show, the Tell the Truth show, I was trying to figure out in my own mind, what do I talk about? Oh, my God. Do I talk about my life? Do I find things in life to talk about? But we have our own experiences that are more than enough that can impact people's lives if we just tell the truth about it. Right. And we can't tell the truth to anybody else until we first point the finger and tell the truth to ourselves. Absolutely. Because we first have to be accountable to ourselves for the things we could have done, should have done, have said we're going to do, haven't done, and the whys. And when we begin to do that, it begins to open the door for us not just being true to ourselves and finding healing through that, but being true to a people who are waiting on us to tell our story. Right. So I'm going to be quiet because now you got me talking.
That's good stuff. That's very good stuff.
So, I'm just honored to have you. You've always been a cheerleader for me, Terry. Whether you call or you send an email, it's like you were silently pushing me without always talking, if that makes sense. But it was loud because even your emails, talking about the things that you were doing, I talked about with you, and you were going to do and things you were going to accomplish. Being that example has impacted me more than you will ever know.
I appreciate that.
And we've not even ever, but we connected, and it's like we've known each other for years, which is amazing to me.
Yeah, that's true. What is the kindred spirit?
Yeah, it is. And, it's a blessing when you can watch people. And that's what I want. I have gone through challenges. We all have. It's called life. Mm-hmm. But what we choose to do with those challenges is exactly what I said. It's a choice. And we can either allow ourselves to and them to, or we can allow ourselves and push ourselves and motivate ourselves to become greater by pushing through them. And when we first met, I don't know if you remember this or not, but man, I was going through a tough time financially. I wasn't working. I had gotten hurt. Do you remember that?
I remember.
Had injured my right foot. And couldn't work. Was the top agent at the time, and then got hurt and ended up coming in number 5. And to me, that was borderline devastating because I'm so competitive and I wanted to win.
Sure.
Don't we all?
Well, you're designed to win. I mean, it's a natural.
Right.
No one says, "Hey, I have a dream. I have an ambition to be second place." I mean,
oh, that's good, Terry. That is so real. That is so real.
It's true.
So,
I think what you're touching on a little bit. I had a conversation with a worship leader yesterday. He's a musician, incredible guitar player. And what he does outside of ministry and leading worship is he teaches guitar, and as a secondary income. And in the conversation, I says, you really need to videotape every single lesson you have. With the permission of the students. You need to videotape everything you're doing, and then take those compilations of videos. Put them online, offer some for free, and then start a paid-for membership site that, hey, if you join, this person's name, you'll get weekly training via video on how to play various worship songs, popular songs, and stuff like that, which is what he's teaching. And his response was the typical common response that I think you touched on a little bit. His response was, and it's natural, it was, well, there's thousands of people online doing that. Why would anybody find value in what I'm doing? And I told him, and it's the same with you. It's the same with me. It's something I had to learn because I had that side. There's thousands of people at podcasts in the business area. Why would I even want to do that? And this is what I've come to realize, and what you're touching on, and what I told him. But there's only one you. And it's
right.
You, it's your personality, it's your experiences. And in the business world, we call it's your brand that you're bringing, that you are going to be able to resonate and reach people that no one else is. I used to just get irritated with my dialect sometimes, and my the nuances of my speech pattern and all that, because it's like, I just feel like, a combination of if T.D. Jakes was Larry the Cable Guy, and he had the sense of humor of Bill Cosby, this is what he would sound like, And I was just like, why would anybody want to listen to this? Because I come from the church, and I've spoken churches for my whole life, and so I speak with an alliteration, with a cadence at times, especially when I get excited. But I am just a Southern white guy from the Southeast, but I have this sarcastic sense of humor over here, and so I'm using all the things that makes me who I am as a tool to beat myself up with, saying, why would anybody listen? But what I've come to realize is that's right. I have all of these combinations of influences that I've grown up with through my life that has created this brand called Terry Wilson, and there's no other Terry Wilson. And because there's no one that can duplicate me. If I sell Mutual of Omaha, or I sell cars, or I sell real estate, anybody can buy that same, 2017 Nissan Maxima from anyone. It's the same. It comes off the assembly line. It's made the same way. It looks the same thing. Anybody can sell that because it's the same product, but it's the person who's selling that, and the way they deliver that product, and the way they communicate it, and all of those things that go into who they are. It's not the people get confused that your content, like in your world, it's my content, it's my podcast, it's the product. No, that's just, the content. You're the product. And there's no other product like
that's real.
So you don't need to, and so that's what I was telling him. I said, you're the product. It's not the guitar lesson. It's not teaching kids how to play Shout to the Lord, a 1-4-5 chord ditty on the guitar. They can learn that from anybody, but it's you. They can learn a G chord and an E chord and a D chord on a guitar from anyone, but the way you say it, the way you explain it, the way you illustrate it, and telling your stories around it, that is so unique to you that. And then prepare yourself. 98% of the people you communicate with, it won't resonate with. It's just
that's right.
But that 2%, that they're going to be, hey, where's this guy been? I understand what he's talking about. It makes sense to me now. Mm-hmm. And then over time, talking to thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people through podcasts, through online media marketing and stuff like that, you're going to talk to 100 people and pick up 2. You're going to talk to 100 people and pick up 2. And over time, you've got thousands of people that are fans listening to you because you make sense to them when no one else did. So that was my conversation with Miss Josie. You can tell that we had a good time. We cut up, tell stories, and it was fun having her on the podcast. And she's actually going to take parts of the recording and put it on her new podcast as well, which is going to be really exciting. But the point of this particular podcast is you need to get started. You've got a product, you have a brand, you have something to offer the world, and you just sticking it out, playing like you don't have anything to offer is not helping you nor your market. The faster you can get in the game, the faster you can start conveying your value to the people around you, the faster you're going to start building a business, the faster you're going to start realizing your dreams, the faster you're going to start seeing your goals, your dreams, you're going to see them a reality. But as long as you're sitting on the sideline saying, man, I don't have anything to offer, why would anybody listen to me? What good, everybody else is doing this. Why would anybody find value in me doing it? As long as you've got that mindset, you'll go nowhere. Listen, you have a unique gift. You have a unique voice. You have a unique brand. Bring it to the market. Bring it to the world. And I'm telling you, your value will come back. Hey, remember, if you want to go to the next level, you have to grow to the next level. And that's why I want to give you a free copy of my new book, You Are Worth More. Go to TerryWilson3.com/worthmore now.
Thank you for listening to our show today at TerryWilson3.com. If you would like more information on how we can take your money, your business, and your life to the next level, then please visit us online at TerryWilson3.com or call 800-673-1728.
Man, it's a great system here. This is good stuff here. I wish I found this company 10 years ago.